ESPN dropped its preseason football power index this week. The Chiefs come in at number 9, which is their lowest preseason ranking in 8 years. ESPN, again, this is preseason. It could change, but right now ESPN is ranking the Chiefs 9th overall. They say because of the offense's recent slide, the 2 corners they lost to the Rams, and Mahomes' knee. Number 9 for a team that's been to 7 of the last 8 AFC championship games. How do you feel about that, Cody?
It just adds fuel to the fire, man. I mean, after having such an unglamorous exit last year, Kansas City's got something to prove. And I mean, they went out and signed the Super Bowl MVP. They restructured their coaching staff. They are definitely taking Mahomes' rehab and everything very seriously. They brought in a good dual threat quarterback for backups. I mean, we've got a running back quarterback in Justin Fields.
The only problem I have with this, and I'll get actually to how I think this is awesome, and I think there's nothing wrong with this at all. I don't have a problem with the Rams being number 1. In fact, I think it would be stupid to have anybody but the Rams at number 1. They just got Myles Garrett, and Aaron Donald might come back. Not to mention, they also got Trent McDuffie. They have the league MVP. They made it to the NFC Championship game last year, and it was a great game. It was such a good game that everyone was like, that was actually the Super Bowl, because whether they play the Broncos or the Patriots, the AFC is gonna get stomped this year, and indeed that did happen. The only problem I have is the Bills are number 2, and it's like, do we ever factor in like how overrated Josh Allen is? At a certain point, people need to start actually comparing his numbers as the greatest quarterback you've ever seen to Patrick Mahomes in his fall off years.
The only reason...
Because they're the same numbers. Yeah. They're not different. He doesn't outperform Patrick Mahomes at a time when Patrick Mahomes is supposedly, statistically, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, according to the haters.
Well, the only reason Josh Allen really looks so great and how many times has he ran it in from inside the 5?
Push touchdowns, yeah, 100%.
I mean, how many times has his egotistical ass took it in on his own to flip up his numbers?
Yeah, I'm not going to go so far to attack him personally, but I do know that his numbers are inflated by the fact that he does push touchdowns, and which is fine. But don't act like that makes him a better quarterback. It doesn't, because a running back could easily have those numbers. This is going to sound like a personal attack. It's not, because he is better than this. I still think he's the top 3 quarterback in the league. But Josh Allen is basically Jalen Hurts with much better PR, except Jalen Hurts has actually gone to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has actually beat Patrick Mahomes. I wouldn't say his defense definitely outplayed Mahomes in the second Super Bowl. I refuse to admit that Jalen Hurts outplayed him in the first one they played against each other, but he did really well. I'm so tired of the Bills stuff. But here's the thing. The Chiefs went 6-11 last year. You know who else went 6-11 last year? The Bengals. I would be apoplectic right now if the Bengals were ranked higher than the Chiefs. But they're not. They went 6-11, and they're ranked 12th. So that's at least fair. They're at least factoring in. Joe Burrow gets hurt every single year. Are they going to be able to keep him safe? I don't know. Here's why I'm actually could not be happier about this ranking, and I sincerely mean that. The team went 6-11. They missed the playoffs. They looked horrifying to end the year, and ESPN's own computer still couldn't bring itself to rank them below 9th out of 32. That is not a snub. That is somebody saying, look, we would rank them higher if we could, but all logic right now says that is as high as we can possibly put them based on the record last year, based on the lack of receiving core and offseason moves and things like that. A lot of the offseason moves have been kind of intangible, things that only Chiefs fans. I doubt anybody outside of Kansas City knows who Chad O'Shea is, but we're excited about it. I doubt that many people even know that Eric Bieniemy is now the OC, but we're excited about it. That's their computer saying we could rank them higher. We can't. Logic and reason says we cannot. But they still strike so much fear into the heart of the league that we put them top 10.